couple of days ago, I was listening to this conversation between these two people, and they were just the conversation itself was funny because they were blaming the problems that they were facing on other people. They were hating their job, they were hating their lives, and it was so funny is because they were blaming it all on the boss. They were blaming other employees. They were blaming like some of their friends. Like I don't know who they were. Like, I was assuming they were friends. They were naming some people, and I was just listening in. Yeah. But it just it made me laugh because that's the funny thing about blame. No one really likes to blame themselves, even though it could be their own fault, and most likely it is their own fault. There are some circumstances like out of your control that it is someone else's fault. Like you get laid off from your job because maybe like they had to cut down on jobs and hey, you have to go. So it's not always your fault, but the majority of blame, they always like to we like to push it onto someone else. We're incapable of saying, "Hey, I am wrong here. Well, I am always right. You are wrong," and that is the end of story. It is the world's fault. It is not mine. Like, I just find that really hilariously pathetic and sad. Because when you realize where you were wrong, when you realize you're to blame, you can at least, attempt to improve yourself. Like, what, maybe I'm not that strong in this area of expertise. So, what, I'm gonna strive to be better. Maybe I'm not good at studying. Maybe I'm not good at numbers. I'm not good at communication between the customer. But next time, I will improve upon that. I will turn my weaknesses into strengths. But no. My strengths are where they need to be. I just have to blame someone else. Like, it's just so pathetic. And sometimes, ever hear the saying like, you gotta understand, it was the 60s, it was the 70s, man, and sometimes we don't just blame few people we know, we blame an entire generation. Like, the 60s was the generation of drugs. Like, you understand, it was the 70s, everyone was wearing that, we were wearing that, the awful hairdo. Then there's like, you gotta understand, we just come back from the war. We didn't know we were gonna survive or not. We were just fucking like rabbits. There's the baby boom generation. Then there's like the generation like, oh, they're so lazy and unmotivated. And then there's a generation of technology addicts. Like, we gotta be on their phone. They're never talking to us no more. There's no face-to-face contact. Like, people like, they blame on the generation. Like, that's not last generation. That was present in all generations. It's just more present now. People are talking about like it's a thing of a past. Like, people are still fucking like rabbits. People are still doing drugs. People are still addicted to technology. Some people are still lazy and unmotivated and don't appreciate what they have. I mean, it's gonna be in all generations. I mean, it's more prevalent in some of them, but it's gonna trickle down to every generation in the past and every generation in the future. It's always gonna be present. And it's just so funny. To me, at least. So, if you were to blame someone for your own problems, blame yourself. And it's not like, you can criticize yourself and blame yourself, but it's not like you'll be that way forever. You'll only be that way forever if you choose to be. You can always change yourself. And I say this a lot like a broken record, but that you can't always change the world, but change your own personal world. I mean, and so what if no one else notices your changes? Like, oh, sorry, off topic. But blame is a little like is a little like motivation. Like, it's up to you. It's up to you who you blame, and it's up to you how you stay motivated. Now, people, I see a lot like, I'm not motivated to go to the gym to lose weight. I'm not motivated to move up in the world. I'm not motivated to stop eating junk food or studying or getting good grades. But then, like, I wish someone would help me get motivated. No. You don't you should not rely on anyone else to get motivated. You should be motivated by yourself, because if you rely on someone else to lose weight, you need a trainer, you need somebody else that gets you to your goal, you're not motivated. You're not going to get there yourself. Now, there's a difference between relying on someone else to be motivated and getting support. If you're being supported by someone else, but the motivation comes from yourself to begin with, then that's perfectly okay. But if you're being motivated from the get-go and you rely on someone to get to a goal, that's not really you, and most likely you're gonna drop it when they're not there. So it's always about yourself. And sorry, I lost the train of thought for a second. Oh, sorry. There you go. Yeah, about the world. The world is a big place, and let's be perfectly honest. Looking at statistics, there's like I don't know how many people in the world. There's billions. There's billions of people, and even if you were to go out right now, shake hands with everyone you know, and talk to them, you would not even meet half the world. You wouldn't meet a quarter, a tenth of the world. Well, maybe you would. I don't really know. I'm not doing the math right now, but you wouldn't meet everybody. And you couldn't change everybody. So change what you can. Change what's in your sight, your own personal world. Change what you can, the people in arm's length. And even if you can't change them, change yourself. And change isn't always wrong. Change isn't always bad. People say it's bad. It really depends on the person and the type of change. It could be good. It could be bad. It really depends. But most importantly, sometimes people change, like people do good deeds, people get motivated, but no one notices. Like, you didn't notice me being charitable. You didn't notice that I'm happier, that I cut down on junk food, that I lost weight, that I gained muscle, that you didn't notice something. And people sometimes, they be looking for that, that approval, like, yes, what I'm doing is working. And that's wrong. The only person you should be seeking approval from is yourself. Make yourself happy. If you see the change, then the world doesn't have to see it. Your friends don't have to see it. Your family doesn't have to see the changes. As long as you see the progress, as long as you see the results, that's really all that matters in life. No, not in life in general, but in terms of motivation, improvement, results, please yourself before you please anyone else. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is taking care of yourself. So stay motivated, motivate yourself, blame yourself if necessary, but also realize that a failure isn't a failure if you learn something from it. Keep striving forward and become a better person. Anyway, I just felt like doing a little video in a while, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, have a blessed day, a blessed night, stay safe, do whatever you want to do, just stay happy, because, life isn't always happy. So if you find anything that makes you happy, just cling to it. Not like a stalker or anything, but, do you. Anyway, see you guys later.